Okay, so hello, I'm Woody. So I'm just want to say it's a pleasure to be here to share about my PACC and CUHK experiences with you guys. And so just start with a little bit of introduction of myself. So I'm an international student from Macau, and I study international A level in economics, accounting, and mathematics and Chinese. And I admitted to CUHK in 2020, so I'm a final year kind of student right now. So for my part of sharing, I want to actually divide them into three sections, namely a learning environment, global exposure to careers, and I'll be elaborating more about my personal experiences in each of the sections. Okay, so we move on to the first section, namely the learning environment and curriculum, where I want to highlight about the program structure of the PACC program, which we have four streams: the global accounting stream, finance for accounting stream, accounting analytics stream, and also the tax and governance stream. So for the four streams, I actually picked two of them to specialize in, which is the global accounting stream and the finance for accounting stream. So I do think that these two streams offer me a really good combination with management and also finance knowledge to my accounting core, where in the global accounting stream, we will be learning about global accounting issues like how do we value digital assets such as cryptocurrency on financial reports, and also corporate governance as well as management decision making. Well, for the finance for accounting stream, we will be learning about corporate finance, portfolio management, as well as financial market regulations. And I do think that these two courses are really of the highlights, of the whole accounting program, that it provides more to span over around specialties of interest and open up career opportunities to our accounting core. And so outside of accounting and business, I've also taken courses including French, decision management, and also economics, where I do think that I remember I took like two French courses back in my first or second year of study, and they were really interesting that back in the non-COVID days, we would go to, demonstration kitchens, and the teacher would teach us about how to make French, macaroons or croissant or other desserts, and it's a really good experiences. And so for the next part, I want to introduce some of these student societies that I've joined through my uni life. So I actually joined two business-related societies, which I believe have advanced my professional skills. So one of them is the CUHK Business School Case Competition Team, where we were trained to learn more about case competition knowledge and skills. So case competition is a kind of competition that you'll be given a business case, which is usually a consulting or finance case that you have 6 to 12 or 12 hours, 24 hours to crack a case and, present to the judges. And for my experiences, I actually joined the CUHK Business School Academic Cup 2022 with my three other teammates, which are also from PACC major, and we won the champion of the competition. And so for the other society that I participated in is the CUHK Investment Research Society, which is a more finance-focused society where we'll be doing investment research, like to study how a stock price will be going, such as Tesla or Google, Apple, and also, study about the global macro environment, like what's happening with the interest rate or, the inflation rates. And so outside of business, there are also a lot of many interesting societies that you could join in CUHK. So just to name a few, like ISA in Hong Kong, CUHK Archery, animation and comics, or decision making, Dragon Ball, or karate. And so for the learning environment, I do think that the unique college system of CUHK also form a great part of my experience at CUHK, where we have 9 colleges and each of them have their own unique culture and campus. And for me, I'm from the Li Wuxing College, which is college with a signature sea view. So you can see from the picture on the screen that it's actually directly taken from my, window in my dormitory room. And so I do think that the college experiences kind of bring students from different majors, faculties together to a places where you got to exchange ideas intellectually and culturally. That I remember there was a time that I was doing an assignment focusing on the automobile manufacturing industry. And then I just happened to know a guy from the engineering department, and I just knock on his door randomly. I'll just ask, okay, I'm doing this, so what kind of insights it could give me? And I just think it's a really good experience. And so other than the study stuff, I do think that the program and CUHK offers us with a really a global exposure, such for we can go on exchanges. Like for me, I went to Copenhagen Business School in Denmark for my academic exchange. So academic exchange is something that you can do when you're during your university. That's you got to study one semester abroad in whichever university you choose, and you can transfer those credits and courses back to CUHK to fulfill your graduation requirements. So for me, it was a really new experiences to leave my comfort zone and to know a group of whole new people, and then people from different countries, and then we'd gather together to cook meals and then play games and also travel together. And so for me, I remember back in those days, I traveled like 5 countries in 1 week. That's just those kind of things you would do in your uni life, and then sort of being relentless. Yeah, so for the last part of my sharing, I would like to touch a little bit on the career side. So for me, I did 3 internships throughout my uni, where one of them is back in Macau, which is my home country, and two of them was in Hong Kong. So I started my internship journey at Haitong Bank Macau, which is a Portuguese bank, although with a Chinese holding company. So I did like a that capital markets internship within the investment banking industry there. So what we did was like basically raising funding for the clients through bond issuances. And I also interned at one of the Big Four international accounting firms, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, in their audit team, where we help our clients to do audit works to make sure that they are the financial reportings are accurate and everything like that. So my last internship was at Goldman Sachs, where I was interning at their corporate treasury team, where we did cash management. So something I did there was quite related to accounting, that I think I was responsible for pulling out all the data and then consolidating them, and then analyzing what's the trends within those data to get insights for our businesses. So I think that the thing is that accounting, this knowledge is very applicable to, no matter what kind of industry or position that you're in within a firm, and it opens up a really great career to you, no matter it's within the traditional accounting field or finance, investment banking, or no matter data management, because I do see that accounting is sort of a data science, because you got to deal with numbers, which is, basically data. Okay, all right. So I think that's so much for my sharing, and I'll pass the time to Li Hui to share more.
So hello everyone, my name is Li Hui, and today I'll be sharing about my CUHK journey as a PACC student, as well as some like what's next after graduating with a degree in PACC. So I'll just briefly introduce myself. I was admitted in 2019 with my A-levels results, and I'm from Malaysia initially. So basically, my first 2 years of uni in Hong Kong is actually I was having Zoom classes back home back then because of the pandemic and stuff. So that 2 years I was just like participating like different activities and stuff. The first one is like the ISA. I'm pretty sure some of you might heard about it. It's the International Student Association of CUHK, and in every August before the semester starts, they will have like this international students orientation camp where you will meet your first bunch of international friends from that camp. I've also joined UPulse. UPulse is like a wellness promotion team in CUHK where you will together organize some mental wellness related campaigns on campus with the peers. And in a year two, I joined the Malaysian Student Association as a treasurer, and also the CUHK case competition team that Woody has mentioned just now. And in my year three, I was spent in Hong Kong, and I took a gap semester at PwC working as a consulting intern. And the second semester, I was working part-time at the family office while taking like 9 credits, 3 courses at that time. And during my year four, I went to Korea for semester exchange at Korea University because I was really a hardcore fan of K-dramas and stuff. And I was spent in Hong Kong, and I recently graduated last year. And I'm currently working as a financial control graduate analyst at Mizuho Securities, as well as taking the HKS CPA-QP papers now. So I think for me personally, I really like the flexibility of what accounting degree offers, because a lot of people think accounting is really a boring or repetitive subject, but I think it depends on how you view the accounting subject. So here are some common pathways of PACC graduate, like what you can do after you are graduate from the degree. Most commonly, a lot of our classmates will go into Big Four, especially in auditing, but there are also different teams and functions in Big Fours, such as like consulting, taxation, or advisory. And some of them will go into like the in-house accounting related roles in like banks, regulatory bodies, or commercial sectors. Like here are some examples of like what are the teams that are actually related or somehow related to accounting, like financial planning and analysis, internal audit, management reporting, treasury, regulatory reporting, etc. And lastly is investment or numbers related stuff. I know some people might think that it's easier to go into investment stuff if we're like study finance stuff, but I think the ability to understand financial statement is actually very important as well. So I also have some classmates who work as like in under financial advisory, investment banking, or equity research after graduate. I think accounting is like a backbone of a business where you can understand more about how the business work, how financial statements, all the stuff work. And it's really up to yourself in finding your own interest in different sectors throughout your uni years. Because I also have the concern of whether accounting will still be applicable degree with all the AI and tech stuff after a few years. And I feel like AI and tax are actually changing the way on how accountants work. Like back in the old days, is accountants are more like data processors where you are doing like bookkeeping stuff or producing financial statements. And in the future, yeah, it is like going more towards the trend of like utilizing the data produced to interpret the data. That's why the PhD program also have more courses that's related to like learning the software and the stuff incorporate in our degree as well. And also, for example, like I'm currently working at a financial service company, and companies like banks or security firms are actually regulated by the HKMA or SFC. So there will always be some need or like some reporting that accountants have to comply to as well. Next slide, please. And also, after graduating from a degree in PACC, you actually have to work for a few years and also pass a few more papers to be qualified as a chartered accountant. And the two most common paper in Hong Kong is the HKI CPA QP program as well as the CPA Australia. For QP, you will exam 9 papers for your degree and you still need to take 5 more papers. And for CP Australia, there's like 6 more subjects you have to take. And also some of the other papers like ACCA or CIMA. And you can always check online whether these papers can be converted or can be examined for your papers that are like more common back in your home country. And regarding like career opportunities in other countries, because Hong Kong are using like the HKFRS system that are from IFRS. So as you can see from the screenshot from the Wikipedia, IFRS is actually quite common in a lot of different countries. So except for some roles that are actually like super related to the local laws and regulations like taxation, I think it's actually not a big concern for you to work in other countries or back in your home country after studying an accounting degree in Hong Kong. I also have classmates studying accounting and they went back to their home countries to do like accounting stuff, auditing stuff, or even like working in a bank right now. So I think it's up to you to decide like what you want to take the most up from that the 4 years of your degree and figure out what you're really interested in. That's all I want to share. Thank you.